The Saddleback Gauchos baseball team offers up an ideal setting for any talented baseball player looking to go to the next level. On this edition of Coach's Corner, we feature just that, an exceptional head coach and 3 very talented ball players. Join us for this exciting and candid look at Saddleback College baseball. I'm Paul Higgins, and all the action starts right now. Hello everybody, I'm Paul Higgins and welcome to this edition of Coach's Corner. As you can tell, we do have a fabulous show, and you would think it's summer here in Southern California, a perfect opportunity for spring baseball at Saddleback College. Tonight we profile the Gauchos and their great baseball team, along with their excellent coach and super special players. So we're glad that you could join us for this edition of Coach's Corner. And joining me on the first segment, he'll be on the entire show because he's so darn good looking. This is Coach Summer McCartney, and also joining him out of J. Sarah Catholic High School, a freshman here at Saddleback College, we have none other than catcher Casey Warden. And gentlemen, welcome to Coach's Corner. And Coach, thank you so much for having us. I know that you already had, almost 3 hours of practice today. Yep. So this is your relaxation time. Is that okay?
Yeah, you bet. You bet. Yeah.
So Coach, you have been here since Jack Hodges left, and one of the first TV shows I ever did and covered was back in the day with Coach Jack Hodges when he was at Laguna Hills High School. Oh, yeah. Not only a great baseball player himself, but a fantastic coach. But Coach, you have filled his shoes nicely. Did you know it was going to go this smooth as you entered this progression of being the head coach here at Saddleback?
Well, our first year wasn't so nice. You know, it was we had 2 sophomores, I think, on our team, and we had all these freshmen, and it was kind of a rebuilding year for us. And then the good thing was those freshmen are now sophomores last year, and we played really well and we won some games, and we're trying to keep that going this year with this group we have. So we're trying to build it, and it's a work in progress.
You have an affinity to this guy because he's a catcher.
That's right.
Tell me about this young man out of J. Sarah Catholic High School.
Yeah, Casey's a hard-working kid. He's a bright young man. He does a good job behind the plate. He's a good leader on the field as well. Things I like about Casey, he receives the ball very well. He's got a strong arm, and he's done a fabulous job for us thus far. You know, our first 8 games.
Yeah. And Casey, I know that you had big shoes to fill, so to speak, at J. Sarah, filling in for Austin Hedges when he graduated. I know there's a couple catchers in there, right? But your thoughts about coming here and playing as a Gaucho, you and I were just talking about it. It's much different than high school. How much different is it when you look at the speed of the game and just the quality of players of the game?
It really is a big difference. It's night and day, really. Yeah, it's everyone's an all-star from now on. Yeah, it's a lot to.
At what point did you decide, okay, I'm going to go to Saddleback? I think this is a good spot for me. Or did Coach come over and say, how does that process work with a JC and an athlete like yourself?
Going into my senior year, I had high hopes of going wherever I could possibly go, and early in the season I tore my meniscus and MCL, and then I was looking at other options and trying to find a place to play, a home for the next couple of years, and this was a perfect fit.
Coach, this is a perfect fit for a lot of athletes. Do you have to sell Saddleback College as a baseball team, or do they come to you? How does that process work?
It's a difficult process because we're in a affluent area, you know, and a lot of times people's goal is not to go to Saddleback College first. They want to go to a 4-year university right away, and so how you kind of package it is, you know, we have outstanding academic programs. Freshmen and sophomores come in and play right away. Right. And that's a big thing. That's a big selling point, you know, to play as a freshman. And we have an education program here at Saddleback where our athletes are all in the right classes. We have great counseling, and we have tutoring for our athletes. We have a lot of great things that help them succeed in the academic side. So, you know, last year we had 16 players move on to 4-year schools off our team. So, yeah, you have to, educate them on what Saddleback has to offer. A lot of times community college gets the reputation of, well, they're there because they didn't do well in school, and that's not the case. Right. You know, we had the highest GPA in California with a 3.2 a couple years ago. So, but yeah, it's a process, you know, and we're working on it. It's always a work in progress, that's for sure.
Well, you guys do a great job, and you're in a very tough conference, the Orange Empire Conference. And Casey, when you look at, Here's your home right behind us. This is where you're going to make your living maybe, right?
Yeah.
What is the hardest thing about playing catcher, and what do you like most about that spot?
The hardest thing I think really is taking charge, and that's what I like most about it, is being the leader on the field and taking charge and telling other players what to do.
Yeah. In Little League, they say, you know what, if you come up to bat and you hit the ball 3 times out of 10, you get in the majors. And the kids go, man, that seems pretty easy. It's not that easy, is it? Tell me about on the other side, batting.
Yeah, it sounds that easy, but it really isn't. You got to go up there every bat and with everything you got and just try to do the best you can.
What type of pitcher, and don't offend any of your pitchers here, but what type of pitcher do you like to catch?
I like to catch.
Is that a loaded question?
That was a tough question. That's a really tough question.
Strike throwers, those are always good.
Yeah. It's always nice when they throw strikes.
Yeah.
You know, it can get long back there when they're all around the plate.
Yeah.
So.
Have you ever caught a guy that can throw a knuckleball? You hear about that guy? I mean, are anybody doing that in college?
Not here.
Not
we
here.
don't have a knuckleball guy here, so.
Yeah.
Some splitties, split fingers.
Yeah, splitters
yeah,
those are interesting, but
Yeah.
no
Now,
knuckleballs.
Let me ask you this. You got a guy that's really fast at first base. He's leading off. Tell me about that bang play of you getting the ball. You know he's going. Go through that process with us as you're trying to throw him out at second.
For me, it's less thinking about it and just reacting and just letting all my practice that I've put in and work itself and not panic and just relax and do my thing.
Your thoughts about recommendations or advice to other maybe freshmen, sophomore, juniors in high school that would like to follow in the footsteps of what you're doing. What advice could you give them? I mean, you're telling me you got a class tonight, you're doing online classes, you're kind of all over the place and you're playing baseball. That's important, but what advice would you give them?
I think high schoolers think way too much into, I want to go to a 4-year, it's like all or nothing pretty much, and there's so many other options. Like junior college is one of probably the best decisions I ever made is come here.
No, that's great advice, and Coach, I will tell you this embarrassingly so. I thought I could play baseball, and my senior year after I graduated from Capistrano Valley High School, I came over here to Saddleback, thought I could play second base. It didn't work out. Then I went down to San Diego State and tried it again, but I had fun trying.
Hey, no regrets, right?
No regrets. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And Casey, I congratulate you on your decision. You were the great coach, and you're forever going to be a Gaucho, and I congratulate you and wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you.
All right, I told you you're going to be the fastest 7 minutes of your day. We'll be back with more of Coach's Corner and a couple more Gauchos on your way right here from Saddleback College. Hello everybody, I'm Paul Higgins and welcome back to this edition of Coach's Corner. Not very often do I look down and see an ERA of 0.00. But that's what we have in our next guest, Anthony Shue, a sophomore right-hander at Mission Viejo High School, part of a 2011 championship team with Chris Ashback and the Diablos. And this spawns me to think that we need to have Chris Ashback on the show, so this is a personal invite. But Coach, you have a good one here. Tell me about this young man, a sophomore right-hander, freshman captain. I mean, the accolades go on and on. I'll let you talk about it.
Well, Anthony, he was our closer last year and came in, just did an outstanding job. Throws a lot of strikes. He has a great changeup, and he has a good feel of how to pitch. You know, he throws a lot of strikes. Like I said earlier, he prepares very well. I mean, I always know when Anthony's going to pitch, he's going to compete, and his focus is impressive.
Right, it's so impressive, Coach. He's going to be going to the University of San Francisco, going to study business. How about you want to do some talking now? You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So high school to college, you heard me ask that to Casey. You've adapted pretty well. How did you adapt so well to it?
To me, I just, when college began, I noticed that every guy that stepped to the plate was that guy in the high school lineup that was the tough out or the guy that would hang with you and foul off everything. And so you had to kind of battle your way through as long as you had to maybe nibble a little more. Some guys have their different ways of getting around everything. And to me, I had to compete harder. That was what I found, that when I just had to want him to be out more, and that worked out for me a lot.
Now that you know where you're going to school, and to finish your college career, does that relieve a little bit of that pressure off? Like, hey, I can enjoy myself a little bit more?
That's a tough question. I mean, yeah, I mean, it makes you wonder less about what you're going to be doing in a year. But I mean, I play baseball to compete. I'm not trying to like get to the next or anything like that. I want to get someone out, and I want to win games, and I want to be with my teammates. And so it makes it easier when you focus on that, your process and being with your teammates. And so yeah, it probably does relieve a little pressure, but I just want to go pitch. I mean,
let me be the devil's advocate here and say, okay, what if? What if somebody else comes calling and you don't go to University of San Francisco, you go into, you know, the big time? Is that a possibility? Do you dream about that? Is that on the radar?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's the dream. That's if I get a chance at it, I'll go at it with everything I have, and hopefully something good will happen for me. But I mean, my cousin plays in the big leagues, and so I get to see his life and how it is to be a big leaguer, and so yeah, it's pretty desirable.
Everyone on the other side of the screen saying, Paul, ask the question. Who's your cousin?
Ian Kennedy's on the Padres right now.
Yeah, not a bad, and not a bad team to be on. They're projected to do pretty well this year. Coach, is that an unrealistic question for me to ask him about, hey, would they come calling? I mean, you see a guy with an ERA of 0, and you know his capabilities. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it's a good question. And you know, his velocity, he throws hard, and he can throw to both sides of the plate, and he changes speeds well. His makeup is outstanding. I mean, obviously pro organizations want a quality character person, and he fits that bill very well, and so it's not a crazy question. Time will tell. The draft can be crazy at times, you know, it's hard to project, but yeah, it could happen.
Coach, what type of, and I guess this is a question for your players, but I don't want to hear it from you. What type of coach are you? Are you a teaching coach? Are you a coach that leads by example? It looks like you can still play baseball pretty well.
I can throw batting practice, that's about it.
I'm sure you can do a few other things out there, but what type of coach are you?
You know, I know what I think I am, but you know,
you're all that and more, Coach.
I try to, I try to. I think baseball is already a negative game. We try to stay positive. I look at this level. This is a development level. I played at this level as well, and it was the best decision I made. I got bigger and stronger. I grew as a person, and I was able to play at the next level. Yeah. And so I think this is a great opportunity for these kids to get bigger and stronger and teach them along the way. So I think I'm a teaching coach, and we try to stay positive as I can and help these guys along the way, you know, definitely. Yeah. That's our philosophy of our program. We're a developmental, we think we're developing these kids, and we want to win while they're here, and we want to help them move on to the next level as well.
Coach mentioned something, why you're here, and you're only here for a very brief time. In high school, you're there 4 years, and maybe when you're in 8th grade, you get to meet the high school coach. You're here for a hot second. Your thoughts about playing junior college baseball and the rewards that have already come your way?
Right. Yeah. You play your 4 years of high school, and it seems like it's so much longer compared to the 2 years. I mean, it's obviously half, and so I'm in my second year now, and I'm at the latter half, unfortunately, and it seems like it goes by so quick, but you got to make it worthwhile, and that's what we like to do. I mean,
I asked Casey what type of pitcher he likes to catch. What type of catcher do you like to throw to?
Casey Warden.
Yeah, oh, that's a great question. Yeah, that's a great answer. Warden. Sorry, that's a great answer.
He knows the game. He receives so well. He turns balls into strikes. He keeps strikes where they need to be. I'm a sinker ball guy, and so I need that low strike, and he gets it every time. Throws people out, so quick down to second. Great leader. He's what you need behind the dish. Hits well too. I mean, what more could you ask for?
Boy, he's buying you lunch, right? Is that what it is? Coach, if you could say one thing real quick, we've got about 30 seconds left in this segment. What advice do you give this young man each time he goes out? Do you talk to him? Do you let him do his own head game?
That's funny. I always ask him how he feels, you know, and You know, I care about all of all of my kids, and I always want to make sure he's feeling well. And I know he's going to prepare. I don't have to ask him, you know, about who our opponent is. He's locked in,
Yeah.
and Anthony is 100% ready to go.
Yeah.
I know that, and so that he's an easy guy to, you know, to prepare or to talk. I mean, it's
Right.
how you feel today. Hey, I feel good, and give me the ball. Let's go.
Yeah.
And that's what he wants. So.
That's awesome, and you know, congratulations on your success, and I know that you're going to do some great things in baseball and your business career as well, so congratulations on that. Anthony Hsu, sophomore right-handed pitcher for the Saddleback Gauchos. When we come back here at Gaucho Stadium, we're going to be talking to the team captain and the first baseman of the Saddleback Gauchos. We'll have that and more right here on Coach's Corner. If you've ever seen the movie Field of Dreams, which many of you have, the setting right now here at Twilight at Saddleback College really reminds me of that. What a great office Coach has here at Saddleback College. And Coach Summer McCartney joined now by Mitchell Holland, coming out of Mission Viejo High School, played football and baseball, and decided to play football his senior year so he could play with his younger brother, who just got a scholarship to the University of San Diego. So congratulations, and Mitchell, congratulations to you. I know that you're a good, solid big brother and lead the foundation. I say that because here you are a team captain, and you are a team captain in Mission Viejo. Coach, what is it about the team captain that follows him?
You know, just the way he does everything right. You know, he's just he's like a model citizen. He works really. He works hard. He has the right things to say.
Yeah.
Gosh, there's so much to talk about Mitchell. I mean, if we need help setting a machine up, I mean, Mitchell's the first guy to step up, and he gets the job done offensively and defensively.
Right.
He's very even keel. He's a great mentality for baseball. And he's really stepped up to that leadership role this year as a sophomore.
You know, you mentioned something really interesting. You say even keel. They say good race car drivers are very even keeled. They don't get too excited. They don't get too depressed. So where does that come from? You play a pretty hot spot right here at first base.
Yeah, I do. I think it all started with my dad. He instilled this whole mentality of not trying to get too high and not trying to get too low, and really trying to peak at the right time. And I'm always talking to my dad about stuff like that, and he really instilled just trying to keep even keel, like you said, and so.
I say this as a compliment. You look like a first baseman.
Thank you.
Did the position find you, or did you find the position?
You know, I kind of found the position. I grew up playing third base, and then freshman year, our freshman coach decided to put me at first because he thought I could be utilized better at first, more plays, and I could impact the game a little more over there.
What's the most difficult aspect of playing first base?
Probably picking balls out of the dirt. It's tough. It's a tough task, and whenever you miss one, you feel like you let someone down because you're over there to pick the balls out of the dirt, and it's tough when you miss one, but when you do pick one, it's the best feeling in the world.
Yeah, Coach, I know we could talk a lot about
He doesn't miss many.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
We could talk a lot about an instructional side of baseball. At this level, how much of that do you get to do? Because you have a pretty relentless schedule once you get going. Your off season's got to be super important. But when you're out here, are you instructing all the time, or do you, when they step inside the lines, you let them just play?
Well, I'm so blessed with my assistant coaches. I mean, I've got 4 assistant coaches that work really hard with these guys. And
feel free to name them.
Chris Malik, Jorge Ariza, Larry Holt, and Dylan Christensen. They're great teachers. You know, that's our philosophy here is to teach these young men, and we'll do individual work where we break them down by position and spend 20 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day, just fine-tuning those skills, those fundamentals.
Yeah, and I know that you mentioned that, hey, you needed a little break from baseball in high school. How did that pay off? Was that pretty exciting that, hey, I could take a break? Not too many athletes can do that, so you must be a pretty darn good athlete.
Yeah, it was, I mean, baseball's such a mental grind, and through my sophomore, junior year, I kind of struggled, and I wasn't playing as much, I wasn't playing well, and I was big. I was about 280 pounds back then, and I went to football, play with my brother, and also to get in shape and get
Yeah.
stronger. And I dropped about 60 pounds
Jeez.
down to 220. And so that was my goal, to get stronger and get in more of a baseball player shape.
Wow.
And so,
Congratulations
thank
on
you,
that.
Thank
man.
you.
That's amazing. So that's a lot of self-discipline.
Yeah, it was tough, but it all paid off in the end. And
If you would have wrestled, you would have lost 20 more.
exactly.
Now, I know that, I mean, this is just an unbelievable
Oh, yeah.
feeling to be out here. I mean, we run it at such a rampant pace. And Coach, is this relaxation for you, or is your mind always buzzing?
During the season, my mind's always buzzing.
Okay.
You know, if you're not fundraising or recruiting or getting ready for the next game. But the field, maintain the field. We take care of it ourselves. We cut the grass, and it's nice. It's peaceful to kind of get that part done. And
Yeah.
it's nice when we get compliments when it looks good. And,
Oh, it's fantastic.
and the kids work hard on it too. Everyone's got a job.
Yeah.
You know, and so yeah, we try to keep it green.
Is there anybody you want to thank? Now's a good time. I mean, you got sponsors you want to mention, anything like that, feel free to it. If not, no big deal.
Yeah, no, the college, our athletic director, Saddleback College, giving me the opportunity to coach and be out here with these young men. And they do such a great job with our athletic department. You know, the president and Tony Lippold, our AD, does a great job leading the whole PE department and athletics department here.
Yeah, it is a great home to be, and I know that you'll be gone soon, you know, and you'll look back as a Gaucho. Your thoughts, you heard me talk to your other two teammates about this experience. How has it been for you?
Right. It's meant the world to me. I actually was supposed to go to San Diego State out of high school, and late in July, we gave Coach McCartney a call, and said, "Coach, can I come try out for you guys?"
Wow.
And I came, tried out, made the team. Coach Malik told me I was going to be the 4th first baseman coming in the fall, and I was like, all right, it's going to be a grind, but I can do it. Just give me an opportunity, and here I am. It's been the best decision I've ever made.
Wow,
coming
Coach,
here.
did you know, I mean, here he is, the guy 4th in the totem pole. Did you expect him to be where he is today?
Well, what I didn't know about Mitchell was how well he can make adjustments. You know, in high school, in a CIF game, I watched him hit 2 home runs opposite field. And the guy, every time I watched him play, he just got it done. Now, his numbers his senior year weren't mind-boggling, but I saw something there. And then you meet the kid, and what a quality person, you know, and he made adjustments, and he's a quick learner. And so all those things, definitely, you could see him make those adjustments and improve and really develop.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, if you're in the community and you want to come out and see a great baseball team and just a great environment, you got to come out and support the Gauchos. And in the foreground here where I'm looking at, they've got a great bleachers, and you can come out and enjoy it. There's no wind right now, and the balls would fly out of here pretty quick, I think, maybe tonight, or would it be a little heavy tonight?
The new bats are a little
Oh,
different. Yeah, not too many home runs
Yeah, there
these
you
days.
go. Well, you know, that's another conversation for another day.
Yeah,
I'd like to talk about that, and we'll definitely come back here at Saddleback College. Coach, I want to thank you. I know that you fit me into your schedule.
Oh, thank you.
You did a great job, and
you.
congratulations to you.
Thank you.
And also, of course, we had Casey on and Anthony Shue, who did a great job. I want to thank everybody here at Saddleback College. I'm a Gaucho, so it's always fun to come back to Saddleback and participate in what they're doing. JC is a great spot, especially if you're in Southern California. There's no better place to be than Saddleback College to get your education. For Saddleback Baseball, for Coach, I'm Paul Higgins. Thank you so much for watching this edition of Coach's Corner right here on MVTV Channel 30, and also our friends at Saddleback Station Channel 39. Good night, everybody.